Yo, what's up with y'all? Yo, look, one thing I realized, bro, and that's so important, um, to anybody that might see this, um, anybody that don't have kids, that's thinking about having kids, don't have kids before you ready, bro. I cannot stress that enough. Do not have kids until you ready. And you'll never fully be ready because you don't know how your kid gonna turn out. You don't know what kind of kid you gonna have, how your kid gonna test you, how many kids you gonna have. But speaking from experience, I love my kids to the moon. I do anything for my kids. I lay down for my kids. But sometimes I be feeling like I was supposed to be a single, just a single person. Like no kids, no relationship. You know, a lot of the decisions that we make early on, they be bad decisions. They be reckless decisions. They be immature decisions. They be impulsive. And I made decisions before I was ready to. Being a parent, you know what I'm saying, creating a family. You know, we see this shit. We see that shit on TV. We see it on reality shows, movies, whatever. Like we see that shit and we want it. You know what I mean? We want it, or we think we want it. We think we ready for it. You know, they depict those things, family life. They depict those things very well in movies and in TV shows, family shows. And we think we want that. And I know for me, I come from a broken home. Like I ain't had my mom, my dad, I never seen them stand next to each other. I never seen them hug, kiss, none of that. Like, you know, I never seen them together. My dad used to come pick me up and drop me off. And I don't think I remember a time he spoke to my mom like when he dropped me off or any of that. You know what I mean? So I probably wanted a family even more because I ain't had that experience and I wanted to see what it felt like. You know what I mean? But I say all that to say I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. And I made a video similar to this. But as days go by, weeks, months, years go by, I realized like this shit ain't no joke, bro. Like you can't be out here just recklessly making life-changing decisions. You can't be out here moving like that. You can't be out here fucking cause you could fuck, cause you got a dick, cause you got sperm and you can make a baby, or you know what I'm saying? Like you can't be out here telling people you love them and you know just making real real life commitments and real life decisions. You know, lifelong, life lasting decisions if you're not ready to. And I mean, I'm doing a pretty decent job as just, you know, being a dad, being a parent, you know, being being a partner, a spouse, whatever. But I'd be lying if I said it was times that I ain't feel like I made I made a I made a decision before I was ready to. And only a man gonna stand on it though. You ain't gonna run for your responsibility like no sucker. Even though you might have made a decision, like a lot of these niggas do, they make decisions and they wasn't ready to make that decision. Their heart wasn't in it, and they run and they leave their kids. They leave the woman that they had the kids with, and they abandon everybody. That's sucker shit. That's like damn near what my dad did to me. So that ain't what I'm on. Like I'm gonna see it through. I'm gonna always show up for my kids and shit like that. But I just, you know, I'm acknowledging the fact that damn, I did something I'd never do again. And it might not be on the level of having kids or being in something committed, you know what I mean, or creating a family, but just in general, bro, I never again be out here making life-lasting, lifelong type decisions before I'm ready to. You see what I'm saying? That shit ain't cool. And you only burning your own self. You fucking your own self over. Especially if you're a nigga with a conscience. You can't be making those type of decisions and you know you can't bail out, walk away from it, run away from it, escape in some type of way. You got a conscience, bro. You only burning yourself. You only fucking yourself over in the end. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the more and more I get older, I enjoy the experience of being a dad. But I also know, like, certain shit that bother me, that come with having a family and being hands-on and being involved, certain things that bother me a lot, that I'll be feeling like, damn, if it was just me, Dolo, you know, like things like just, you know, just having a peace of mind, or, you know, not having to worry about everybody, but just worry about yourself. Times like that, you know what I mean? But mostly for me, it's not even that. It's just really like, ain't no days off with this shit. Ain't no days off with this shit. So much so you can lose or you can forget about yourself in this shit. You can forget who you was before being a dad or being a parent or being a boyfriend, a husband, fiance. You can forget who you was before all of that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's hard to sustain who you was before all of this shit transpired. So sometimes, yeah, on some human being shit, I'll be like, damn, I rushed this shit. I did this shit before I was ready to. Like, don't rush nothing, man. Especially nothing like that, bro. So many niggas, you know, just making any old kind of decision, bro. And I'm telling you, if you got a conscience, bro, you only fucking yourself over, bro. You only burning your own back. Creating kids, creating a family, getting with a woman that you may have not wanted to be with for the rest of your life, or you may want. You might have been cool at one kid, but you had 3. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when you're in a relationship, you start to make sacrificial decisions. You start to want to please the person you with, and all right, I don't want 3, but I'll do 2, and then 2 turn into 3. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's like, yo, just find out who you are. Find out who you are first. Who you are by yourself first, before you collaborate with somebody else, before you join forces with somebody else, before you come together with somebody else. Because I think if you come together and join forces and collab with somebody before you know who you are, you can make a lot of mistakes in a relationship. You can make a lot of decisions that you wasn't ready to make. If you don't know who you are, you could get wrapped up in the love. You can get wrapped up in the idea of love. You can get wrapped up in the idea of family. You can get wrapped up in all of that stuff. And it's beautiful, and it feels like the right thing to do. It's what America tell you should do, the white picket fence, the dog, the family, the kids, and all of that. But if you really do all of that before you get to know who you are, or what you really want out of life, or what some of your, you know, your pros, your do's, your don'ts, your deal breakers, or before you really understand, you know, this life shit, you making those lifelong decisions, those real life decisions before you ready, it can fucking cost you. It could cost you your sanity. It could cost you your happiness, your quality of life. You know what I mean? It could cost you a lot. And shit, even for me, I prevailed I stayed persistent. You know, but it was times for me like I felt like just like giving up. You know what I'm saying? Like shit got rough, shit got stressful. You know what I mean? It was just like, man, this shit a lot. Fuck was I thinking? Thinking with my dick. Thinking I was ready. I wasn't ready. Seeing this shit on TV, nigga. This shit, Bill Cosby made this shit look good, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Curtis made this shit look good. What's his name? What's my man name? Marlon Wayans? Marlon Wayans? No, not Marlon. Damon Wayans. Me, my wife, and kids. He made this shit look good. These are some of the shows I was inspired by. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, that's TV. They're talking about real life. You know what I mean? So, if you somebody that's involved, you ain't no weekend dad, you there every day, Monday through Sunday, through sicknesses, colds, you know, doctor's visits, you know, first steps, tying shoes, no privacy time, no time with your girl, sex ain't the same, you know, like I said, no privacy, you know, it just really become, it just become about the kids. It get like that, you know what I'm saying? And imagine all of that shit happening to you before you ready for it to happen to you. You probably never ready for it to happen, but at least you're a little bit more seasoned. You understand. You probably done went through your fair share of relationships. You probably done went through whatever else you needed to go through to maybe just understand life a little bit better. But when you jump right into it, I jumped in this shit at 20. You know what I'm saying? Wet behind the ears and shit like that. You know what I mean? 20. And been rocking with it, you know, my kid's mom and shit for this whole time. But man, a journey has been ups, downs, highs, lows, good, bad, and different. But especially for my young niggas, man, get your shit together first. I know it sounds cliche, but it's the truth, man. Get your shit together first. Prioritize you, man. Learn how to love you before a relationship. Learn how to love you and spend time with yourself and pour into yourself and enjoy your life. Get your funds in order before you create a family. You know, cause love tricky, man. Love tricky. Love good, but it's bad too. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that shit could fuck you up. That shit could fuck you up if you let it. Everybody can't swim. Straight up. I mean, I damn near drowned. Amongst a lot of things I was going through. You know what I mean? With then just being a dad, learning this shit, trying to figure out how to, you know, keep the relationship relevant, spicing it. Like it was, I went through a lot, bro. I went through a lot in this shit. 17 years, I went through a lot with Shorty. And I almost drowned, bro, on a number of occasions. You know what I'm saying? But everybody, you know, everybody don't know how to swim. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't know how to swim. Or at least motherfucking doggy paddle, nigga. I don't know how to swim. I know how to doggy paddle. You know what I mean? That shit helped me get up out of there. Helped me not drown for real. But for real, like, shit crazy, man. You know, it's deep. Like, it's deep for real.